Welcome back to another episode of The Unveiled. Today we're going to be reviewing and explaining the recent Netflix anime adaptation known as CyberPunk Edgerunners. Huge spoiler warnings ahead, so please click off of this if you're going to have any problems. The series was animated by Studio Trigger under the supervision of CD Projekt and premiered on Netflix in September of 2022. And I'll first start this review and analysis off by saying that you don't even need to play or like Cyberpunk 2077, the game, to enjoy this anime. This anime brings the fictional dystopian world of Night City to life, showcasing a unique and lovable pool of characters that after only one season left the world wishing for more. Our protagonist this go around is a young David Martinez, a rebellious son of a hard-working single mother. They live in the slums of Midnight City, and David's mom goes through gruesome shifts in order to ensure David can attend the most prestigious school in the city. His mother has high hopes for her boy to one day be atop Hayakaza Towers. And though David gets kicked out, his mom still protests his wanting to drop out of school. This seeming the normal to his mother is tragically killed, becoming collateral damage in an act of gang violence. This death and a timely encounter with his school bully, aka an ass kicking, prompts young David to mod himself and in this action enters a universe known as Chroming Up. David, not knowing this, will begin his descent into losing his own humanity and into madness. He encounters an assertive and chromed out woman by the name of Lucy, who after sharing an outing in view of space leads David to being kidnapped and held captive by what's revealed to be a group of his mother's former connections. It's revealed that the young Martinez modified himself with a military-grade piece of equipment nicknamed the Sandy that was meant for the group's leader, Maine, an individual who had already undergone massive amounts of cybernetic enhancements. In the world of cyberpunk, technology has become heavily integrated into organic life and society, to the point that some individuals succumb to the strain and undergo cyberpsychosis, a condition where the subject begins to experience loss of motor skills, paranoia, visual and auditory hallucinations, where they can no longer properly understand reality due to their heavy augmentation. David, prompted by the teachings of Maine, seeks to become a cyberpunk and edgerunner. Though the woman who lured him at the start warns David that the life of a cyberpunk isn't what they're known for, it's how they die. This becoming a massive bit of detail in the series, as I hope you're not getting attached to any of the characters, because the life of an edgerunner in Cyberpunk is so dangerous that their companions barely seem to have time to mourn their fallen. Many of them suffering deaths I'd label as no better than a dog being killed outside in the gutter. After Maine and Dorio's death in particular, David goes on to massively upgrade his body, everything from leg to muscle enhancements, and even replacing his hands with those, if not Maine's, I'm pretty sure similar to Maine's. Living up to the legacy that Maine has set, David becomes a veteran edgerunner, using his previous upgrade, nicknamed the Sandy, to move at accelerated speeds only matched by other chromed out individuals. David, after losing his comrades, isn't the same naive child we see at the beginning of the series. Now a ruthless killer, he's lost count of how many people he's killed until he executes a civilian and is reminded of his late mother. And it's revealed even though David possesses an affinity for tech not like many others, he still has to take medicine to prevent the cyberpsychosis. Medicine that he was warned doesn't prevent the symptoms, but only delays them. And this is something that Maine struggled immensely with as well until his own eventual episode. After accepting a deal from the same fixer Maine had worked with, Faraday, David and the gang get set up and attacked by the Militech Corporation. Initially, they had thought this was a job, but it was a ploy to get David to further modify himself and be used as an experiment with the cargo that they were trying to seize, the Cyber Skeleton, which, while effective, only pushes David further towards cyberpsychosis, his medicine eventually losing its potency and having to be taken more and more, just like Maine's. Rebecca is the only person who truly sees David's descent into an obsession with modifying himself, and he, in my opinion, was only vicariously living his mom and Maine's dreams and believing that he was different. Despite what his bully had told him, despite what his enemies had told them, David believed that he was someone that could resist cyberpsychosis, but he doesn't. It's revealed that Lucy originally botched the job that got Maine and Gloria killed on purpose, and this, unknown to the others, aided Faraday in his own deception because it allowed him to later on kidnap Lucy because she had gone AWOL from the crew. Lucy not being the only traitor as well, as Kiwi also sold the group out for reasons I don't even think she understood. David, hell-bent on rescuing Lucy, assaults the Osaka Corporation headquarters, and though freeing Lucy, comes face to face with the living embodiment of modification. the Atom Smasher, a being that underwent total cybernetic enhancement and ascended to the realm of supposed legends. And while some say David was even with the Atom Smasher, I disagree, because even before the fight, Atom Smasher mocked David and his reliance on anti-gravity gear, ultimately crippling and defeating our protagonist. And honestly, the show's a real tearjerker. Seeing the life David lived and the circumstances he had to try and succeed in, one couldn't help but root for him, if not understand his plight, as he tried to reach a realm of modification that Maine hadn't, and the top of Akasa Towers, just like his mother had said. The series, if it were longer, probably would have hurt even more, because I didn't expect to form an attachment to these characters so quickly, and seeing many of their demises certainly set the tone for further viewing. And it was amazing, and honestly, expertly animated. I don't think I could have asked for more, honestly. It had everything: action, romance, drama, trauma, comedy. It was truly a work of uniqueness, and I hope this video motivates you all to go check it out. Now, if there's anything that you think I should have included in the video, feel free to leave it down in the comments. Either way, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Be sure, if you haven't, to click that subscribe button and the notification bell to know the next time we drop another video. Thank you.